officers have made a concerning discovery during early morning raids at an apartment in Sydney South. Tom Saker has the details from Arncliffe.
The introduction was clear, concise and straight to the point, and in my opinion would have drawn audiences to continue to watch.
Good afternoon. There are suspicions that nuclear isotopes were discovered inside this Arncliffe unit block here this morning, but the Australian Border Force is not prepared to confirm whether that is in fact the case, leaving residents along Kelsey Street here to guess. Hazmat crews, police and Border Force officers blocked off Kelsey Street around 6 a.m. A neighbour told us he heard strange...
As you may have heard just there was this awkward cut in the audio. I found it a little bit distracting, and this is the first of few examples in both the script and sound that are seemingly awkward or choppy.
Popping sounds last night, and had heard that uranium was discovered this morning during a raid.
I'd like you to keep something in mind whilst watching this. Whenever uranium is mentioned, although you do not see it, you will almost always see a personnel walking off camera with plastic, waste, or even in this case, briefcases.
It's also been reported that ABF officers were exposed to a substance. Other residents have heard rumours that the substance belongs to a customs officer who works at Sydney Airport. While some people were assessed by paramedics at the scene, it's not clear if anyone yet has been arrested.
This sequence speaks of paramedics, and we get a vision of a paramedic truck parked in front of the home. And soon after, Saker states that it's not clear if anyone has yet been arrested, and we see two people faced away from camera walking away, which I thought was clever. More often than not, if Saker is speaking of officers, you will see vision of this.
Or has gone to hospital. Uranium is a form of nuclear isotope and legal in small amounts.
The connection between these two lines was unclear. I believe that this sentence where Saker states that uranium is a form of nuclear isotope and legal in small amounts should have been indicated earlier in the package rather than placed near the middle.
The only thing residents here were told was to stay inside.
Looked outside and just the whole street's blocked off. Every kind of emergency service I could imagine. What's going on?
The area has now been deemed safe, but the unit block remains a crime scene. With the Border Force leading this investigation, emergency services can't tell us much at all. In a statement, an ABF spokesperson said all residents around here should follow the instructions of emergency services, but they don't yet know why.
I found it a little bit disappointing to only get this piece of information from the reporter and not a live subject matter expert, considering multiple hazardous material specialists were deployed to the property during an Australian Border Force operation. The story was well written and concerns the public, specifically those on Kelsey Street in Arncliffe. The grab from the neighbour was a nice addition to make the story more people-centric, and the essence of the story is urgent as reiterated by the background of the piece to camera, showing the hazardous tape surrounding the property.